I'm actually trying to build a framework or a program which will take like raw text and build a vocabulary out of it for training AI models. So, for example, here I have an output of one such program. It is actually like a whole framework. It is like made of like two, three, I think four libraries that I have written in C++, and they all come together and produce all of this output. So what it first does is that it creates a hash table. So total lines that I have given it to process is like 416,809 lines. So it has processed all of those lines in the batches of 20,000, and then it produced a hash table, and all of this output that you see, and it's like for example here the longest line that it has processed had like 125 words in it, and the smallest line length was 1. At the same time, it is telling you that total number of tokens that it has processed is like more than 8 million, and the hash table has total bucket count, like total buckets. It has like this is how big that hash table is like 83,689, and at the time of like execution of the program, this bucket count was like not that big. So eventually, during the execution of the program, it realizes that it has like fewer buckets, those, and then it does what it does is that it does rehashing and increase the number of these buckets. So at the final stage, the maximum size that it has achieved in the bucket count was this. So the total buckets that used out of those bucket count is like, these are the actual entries in the hash table. It is equal to 75,302. So at the same time, let's go. Then what it does that it builds a linked list of lines. Here it is, and we already know that it has like more than 400,000 lines in it in this text, and then it built this linked list out of all of those lines. And